United View, and welcome to the very first of many, not as many as it should because we ain't got Champions League football or European football, but the first of many match previews. This is like a ritual for me because I always forget, and the reason why it's a ritual is because I forget. Because we do so many match previews, there's so many games throughout the season, so much emotions, I forget the very first one that is the lead-in to all that is about to unfold in the season. But we are here in Sweden for Manchester United's first pre-season game before the pre-season tour against Leeds United here in the Strawberry Arena pitch side. I have to say, if you ain't seen the crashes, you're going to see it very, very soon. And we'll tell you a little bit about the stadium and sort of the BTS, yeah? The behind the scenes of the stadium, because it's a really, really nice stadium. But there's a match to be played, and this is the preview, and this is time for us to get serious now. We have to start on the front foot, man. And I don't just mean in the game, I mean in terms of winning the game. We have to start building momentum. Brian and Brumo has been confirmed. We've seen that. That's brilliant. That's exactly what we needed to get some positivity, but he ain't going to be here. That's for later. The players that are coming out here to Sweden, they have to deliver. This is against Leeds United, man, and it doesn't matter whether it's a Leeds United that are already a Premier League team or they've only just come up or whatever. It's Leeds United. I remember a few years back, shout out to all the Australians, you know what I mean, or shout out to anybody who attended Manchester United versus Leeds in Perth. I think we won that day. I remember us winning that day. We did. And I think we've played them another time as well when Mason Mount had his first game. That was against Leeds, and that was in Norway, I want to say, as well. And two of our youngsters scored goals in that game, and we ended up winning. So the last couple of times we've played, and in Leeds in the league, we've destroyed them, especially at Old Trafford. And of course, we've beaten them at Ellen Road. But there's never any friendly games between Man United and Leeds, and Daniel Farke will have his team well drilled. What are we going to be on? Well, Matheus Cunha, the new number 10. All eyes are going to be on Matheus Cunha. You know, how is he going to fit into this team? Where is he going to play? Left 10, right 10? Do we see something crazy where he's up front? I don't think we will, but, you know, what's he going to look like? And yes, it's pre-season, it's the first game of pre-season. You don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too little in terms of your analysis, but you want to see something. £62.5 million is our new number 10. Man United and 50,000 fans inside here, bar the Leeds fans, will be expecting big things from Matheus Cunha this season, and we'll want to see a show. And I think after the last season, with how awful it was, Man United, the players need to show the fans something. Do you know what I'm saying? They need to show us something. Shout out everybody who was on to me in the comments saying, oh, don't be so negative, flexing he's at the airport, how I felt coming out here. Listen, nobody gets to tell anybody how to feel with how bad it's been. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gets anybody to tell that. So, listen, when the games start, we'll see what we see. But going into it, everyone's going to have different views. In terms of the team, listen, the players, Lenny Yoro I'm looking at. Lenny Yoro I'm looking at for a big season, big performance here tomorrow afternoon, commanding. I want to see him across the grass, looking strong, looking comfy, building upon the good work that he's done last season. Who else in the back line? Matthijs de Ligt, you know, finished this last season injured, couldn't really get involved how he wanted to, and actually since he's come here, he's done well at times, really well at times, but he struggled with the injury front, so you want to see some consistency from him. This is interesting at left back as well, or left wing back, should I say. We've got Patrick Dorgu, obviously, but we've got our new number 30, Diego Leon, and the reports are saying that he's impressed in training, so much so that he's looking to nail down a first team spot, definitely to go on tour, and hopefully to play back up to Dorgu, as Harry Amas is not going to be on a pre-season tour, and it looks like he's going out on loan. So Diego Leon, listen, this kid looks stacked, man. 18 years of age. We actually bought him when he was 17. He's playing men's football out there in Paraguay. He plays for the Paraguayan national team under 20s. And he looks like he's ready for men's football already in terms of physically being able at this young age. And I really hope, man, across the tour and hopefully tomorrow as well, I hope he gets a look in as well so we can have a look at him. Obviously, Sekou Kone, you know, I think there could be talks about him going out on loan, etc. But again, if he can play well across the tour, be given some minutes, then why not? Why can't we see him maybe get a role in the first team if he's ready? This is where we have a glimpse. We obviously, as fans, we want these young players to come in that we bought from academies. We say, play him, play him. But it's a different kettle of fish when it comes to actually being ready to play men's football. And we've seen in reports that Ruben Amorim wants to take a smaller squad to resemble basically what it's going to be like next year, because we're going to have a reduced squad because we ain't got any European football, 1 game a week, and there's just the domestic cuts to play for. In midfield, listen, Kobbie Mainoo, man. Kobbie Mainoo, like, what type of season is Kobbie going to have? First of all, he needs to stay healthy. You know, he's had a lot of niggling injuries that keep him out for a while. His first breakthrough season, he was out in pre-season against Real Madrid. We saw him when he didn't make his debut till, like, what was it, October, November against Everton. Then he went on that incredible run all the way to the Euros final, winning the FA Cup with us as well. Then last season, it was just really turbulent for Kobbie. Couldn't stay fit. Then the manager changes. Then he can't play in that pivot. The manager admits in public he struggles further back and plays him further forward. That FCSB team, I think it was, he played in the 10. I think he got a goal and assist. He was excellent. Then we wanted to see him more in there. Against Leicester, wasn't so good. Then he played as a false 9 against someone else. Then he got injured, and then towards the back end of the season, the team was pretty set as was looking at the Europa League. So I'm looking for big things for Kobbie Mainoo as well. Who else am I looking at tomorrow? I'm looking at Joshua Zirkzee as well, because listen, we don't know what's going on with the money. We don't know. And after a tough start at Man United, he started to settle down. And all the way up into that Newcastle United game, from January to that Newcastle United game away at St James's Park, where he played really well and then was pretty much injured for the rest of the season. That was a big blow for us. He was starting to get comfortable, starting to show what he's all about, and linking up with other players who can keep the ball well, like Matheus Cunha, with like Brian Mbeumo, who's on his way in. I think it's a big season for him. Amad is another one. Again, such promise last year. And then he got injured and was out for a long period and came back into the team, surprisingly, towards the end, and probably wasn't in his best condition to be in that final, but he made it. But this is a big season for him. Manuel Ugarte. Listen, people keep giving Ugarte stick, and I don't like that. Listen, I've got views on like some of his limitations that I think are there, and I really do think we need extra help in that central midfield area. I need someone who can do it all. I need someone who can dictate play, who can pass forward. I don't think that's his best forte, but he is getting a rough ride, and this is only his second season, but he needs to show some as well, and it's going to be important to get his feet under the carpet and get confident. I also can't wait to see basically how Ruben lines up, you know, because we're assuming that Bruno's going to play, you know, one back. So does he just go with Ugarte and Bruno for now? Casemiro's obviously stayed another year. He's into his last year. Does he go alongside Bruno? And I know we can't take it for gospel of what the starting team's going to be against Arsenal in August, and the Premier League season opens at Old Trafford. But you start to get a little feel, and I just can't wait to see if Ruben starts starting the same team each time, you know, to get them ready. So listen, we're here. I'm ready to go. Nothing less than a win. I don't want to be coming out of here with a measly draw. I certainly don't want to be losing the first game of pre-season. We want a little bit of optimism. We want to be getting on a plane to America with a W in our back pocket. Brian Mbeumo doing his medical over the weekend so he can get on a plane to travel to Chicago as well. And Manchester United just trying to be on the up, man. Try and get some positivity going. There you go. I tried. There you go. I'm on it now. I'm on it. Smash the like on the video, peeps. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let me know how you're feeling, man. I'm out of here. Peace.